Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm just sitting here drinking my morning coffee, and I thought I would chat with you guys for a moment about food intolerances and fat gains, because that's one of the big trends we've seen like in the fad diet world. Everyone wants to find a blame for their fat gain or their inability to lose fat. Whereas with me, when I struggle to do it, it's because I eat too much. I can admit that. A lot of people can't admit that it's an appetite issue. It's because of their food choices, maybe their genetic predisposition towards appetite. Maybe they're not active enough, and so they always want to find something to blame that can't really be detected or found. And food intolerances is one of the big things that came out in the last decade. People would blame their gluten intolerance or whatever for it. But here's the reality of it, guys. It is not possible for food intolerances to cause fat gains, because food intolerances generally cause irritation or damage to your GI tract. They make you either have excessive amounts of diarrhea, which means you're going to expel calories, you're going to expel fat, carbs, everything else in your GI tract unabsorbed and undigested. That cannot contribute to fat gain. That can contribute to weight loss. Or it actually damages the lining of the intestine, like celiac disease, which is the only form of gluten intolerance that has ever been medically found. And I've known two people who have this disease. I knew one who was a power lifter. He had dropped down to 120 pounds until he got it under control, and then he went up to like 270 as a power lifter years later. Once he got it under control, learned to completely avoid gluten. Brittney and I have a current friend who she has it, and she has been trying to get it under control, and she's struggling to gain weight. She is very thin, she's very underweight. And it's purely a result of having true gluten intolerance, because if she gets anything with gluten in it, it ended up damaging the lining of her intestines, and then she struggles to absorb nutrients. Also means you struggle to absorb protein. It means you're going to have muscle wasting. So food intolerances cause that. The other common one that people know about is lactose intolerance. If you're lactose intolerant, you don't digest lactose properly. That means you expel it out. And that's the thing that people need to realize, is that any sort of food intolerance is going to make it harder for you to digest and absorb certain foods. That means that you're going to expel undigested food. It's going to cause you to lose weight, as a general rule, if you consume these foods over time. Now, I'm not saying that this is a weight loss strategy, because a lot of people are like, oh, that's a great way. I could use that to lose weight. No, not necessarily, because you're going to lose protein and stuff too. You usually lose muscle on top of just the fat. It's also going to be very bad for your health. It could kill you or harm you. It's going to make it difficult for you to function. It is going to be as bad as if you would use one of the methods like consuming laxatives to lose weight, which has hospitalized many, many people who've tried to do that. So essentially, if you're trying to go down that route, you're going in the direction of an eating disorder, and it's actually going to physically harm you. And it's because it's going to physically harm you, you're willing to do that as a weight loss strategy, you're drifting in the direction of an actual eating disorder at that point. But back to the other point, when you look at how they actually work, food intolerances cannot possibly contribute to fat gain. They can only contribute to weight loss. So when people try to blame these things for body fat gain or for being overweight, medically speaking, it is a complete cop-out, and it's nonsense. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to click like down below. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.